This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
Shade 45.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
York City. It's Sway in the morning.
Don't laugh, it ain't funny.
On Shade 45.
That's right, 42 minutes into the hour. A lot of people got up to join us this morning. Carolines, once again, make some noise. At the B, we provided a lot of free food, and as I look over in the line, I see your family are the only people in line getting the free food. They
My
all
family
getting
know how to represent. That's why.
Big D, what up? Big
What's
D, you
it?
good? Oh, there ain't no meatloaf.
My father looking for me.
Medea.
That ain't right.
That's why I be saying it. Listen, we have somebody here who really just elevated the culture the same way Yo MTV Raps did for hip hop culture. This man was able to do for fashion, and through his fashion, really exposed the world to a culture that's since now become one of the most impactful, influential cultures the world has ever seen, even more so than religion in most cases. And he started off in his home in Queens, and his mom and him took a chance, mortgaged their house, got a couple $1,000s. They put it all on the line just to chase a dream. And with faith and determination and know-how, skill and resilience, that few $1,000s are now worth over $1 billion. The one and only Daymond John is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Hey, Daymond.
I couldn't. Wow. I need that. I gotta record that intro. Make sure I play that all over.
Oh man,
that's
listen,
amazing.
man.
I was looking around, seeing who you talking about.
I saw you doing that, man. The intro game is crazy, though, man. Man, it's amazing to watch what you've done over the years. You've received numerous amounts of awards for becoming an entrepreneur. Real quick, man, what kind of training did you get? Like, we had Roxy Barnes, who just came up here and told us she went to school,
Right.
a trade school. What was it, New York Academy?
Film
Academy.
For acting.
For acting. Did you go to school for
No. Actually, I barely finished high school. I think it was, really applying myself and learning from so many really amazing mentors in my life, and failing a lot. That was my tuition, to fail.
To fail was his tuition. That's game right there.
Yeah.
So you learned as much from your failures as you did from your successes.
More.
Really?
More, actually, yeah.
What was the biggest failure thus far?
I have so many of them. I think that when we first started making money in FUBU, I blew a lot of the money. Not having any financial intelligence, and unlike some people that get money right away, like lottery winners and or athletes, I had a second bite at the apple. And I was able to really understand that. I think the failure was having the wrong people around me at several different times. Not keeping my eye on the ball when things were changing. When everybody was like, FUBU was about to die, and then we went and bought Coogee and Etonic and all those other brands, but initially I was like, no, FUBU was going to be around forever. And it didn't last forever. And it's coming back now, but I would have been, I've been one of those people who trying to keep it so real that I would have just concentrated on that, and I wouldn't have went out and acquired all the other brands that we have.
Go ahead.
Could you give us an inside look, sort of, Daymond, what happens? You see a lot of artists, especially in hip-hop. You look at Eve, she had Fetish. You look at Nelly with Apple Bottom. We had Cross Colors. We had so many different things. Jay with Rockaway. What happens when it does get to that certain level? And how come the labels don't last that long?
Well, because you know what, a hot clothing brand is going to last anywhere from 5 to 8 years. Now, of course, you're going to have your Nikes and your Ralph Lauren's, but that's like talking about the Michael Jordan of basketball.
Okay.
But normally, when people wear it for about 4 or 5 years, they grow up. Let's say you were 15 years old. At 21, you want to wear another brand. And also, the distribution gets so wide that you see it so often that you just say, I'm ready for something new, but then what happens is 10 years later, a new generation discovers it. So it's just purely fashion, and that's what it is. And I don't care if you look at yourself in Gucci 10 years ago, it's that picture, you're gonna say, man, look at how I used to wear that. Yeah. So it's just, you have to understand the evolution of fashion, and that's just what it is.
Word.
Maybe about 2 years ago, Kanye came on the show, and oh, you saw that, Daymond?
I saw it. Yo, dude, we can take these headphones off or whatever.
all
We're gonna do what we gotta do over here.
Okay, man. But one of his points, he was making some valid points, and he was talking about his plight and trying to break in the high-end fashion industry, and how he felt like he was being marginalized, and people wouldn't even give him a chance because they didn't see him as a fashion designer. and it was just hard for him to get accepted and break into it. You coming from that industry, is there a difference? And
No.
did you have the same? There isn't?
No. Listen, I make shirts if I want to become a broadcast journalist, and I'm going to walk over here and walk into your industry where there's probably people who are waiting for their chance for the last 20 years. You think you're just going to open the door and let me walk in? Mm-hmm. That's not going to happen. So Kanye is an amazing, amazing artist, and he's at the top of his game in his area. And if he thinks he's just going to walk into some area where somebody's been putting in their blood, sweat, and tears for 20 years, they're going to be like, hold on, I'm next. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. So if he wants to give up that area where he is concentrating on and work 24 hours a day in fashion, then he's all good, and he has to then still prove himself. You're not going to walk into anybody's area of expertise and just say, I feel like doing this today. It's just not going to happen. So that's all it is. And I think that if anybody can do it, Ye can do it, but he's going to have to stop going on tour, stop going into the studios, and get his ass into factories and start doing what he has to do to come to the top of this game. It's just what it is.
Okay, Daymond John. Now, people, if you got business questions for him, start lining up right now. You can come up front by this microphone. Take full advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what this show is about. You ventured off into another partnership with Gillette, correct?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here to talk about, so I always talk about branding, and I always talk about companies that people want to open, but people don't realize often that we are branded ourselves personally, and if you can't put yourself in 2 to 5 words of what you stand for, then you leave it up to other people to interpret that. And I started working with Gillette Shave Club because a lot of men don't realize that, we're judged within the first 30 seconds of seeing each other, right?
Yes.
And Gillette Shave Club, the first brand that starts is yourself. So Gillette Shave Club came out with a service where, for a couple of dollars a month, you get a fresh razor and you get a fresh shave. And I believe, and maybe the ladies can attest to it, I believe that a well-groomed man, that's the first thing people notice.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm here to spread the word, because they're all about personal branding. And now, I travel the world. I'm on the road 280 days out of the year.
I think he stunted on us right there.
He's like,
And the last thing I'm trying to do is go and look for a place to shave. But what happens is, because we're on camera so much and we do this, I walk up someplace looking all, grungy and dirty. People are remembering that.
Yeah.
And so I found value and a great strategic relationship with the Gillette Shave Club, and it's amazing. So that's why I'm here to talk about them, but more importantly, give advice to as many people as we can.
Well, but how does Shave Club work? Who do you pay, and what's the service?
Yeah, so you go into GilletteShaveClub.com, and what happens is, there's many other brands like that, but GilletteShave.com, you go on there and you can order, and then a razor and a cartridge can come to you, on a monthly or whatever frequency you want, right to your house, or you can go through it and go to Target or Amazon and get it, but one cartridge lasts basically a full month.
Okay.
You don't have to go through all these other ones. And I use it, and I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't lend my face and or my name to this property if I didn't really use it and I didn't value it. So now all of a sudden you don't have to worry about that. And it's kind of like, put it like this: the best thing to do for ladies on Father's Day is get your father that subscription,
that's a good
because you don't realize how simple it is, but how important it is when that time is taken out of your hands, where you don't have to go to the store and look for this. Oh, I forgot this. I forgot that. I forgot this. So that's why I'm part of it, and I think it's a real valuable, experience.
It's GilletteShaveClub.com?
Yeah, GilletteShaveClub.com.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And it's the razor. I mean, you can get that razor with the 5 blades on the front, the blade on the back. Usually when I'm in Asia, I always go and try to.
Whoa.
No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm in factories. I'm not chilling. I'm in a dirty factory all day, right? But I come out and I try to put my electric razor into the power cord, into the power outlet. Boom, it blows up.
Yeah.
Right? And then I started to use the Gillette razors because I can edge my face and everything else, and that's how I damn near became addicted to them.
Wow, that does make sense. That happened to me before with my clippers, like when I went to France, I believe.
Oh, France. There ain't no
okay.
factories in France. You see that?
What was you doing in France, Way?
Eating
I'm just
cheese,
checking out Heather B.
bread,
croissant.
Parlez-vous?
croissant, and
Comme allez-vous aujourd'hui? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Wow.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. Thank you, Daymond. Daymond's here. I know
Daymond.
everybody watches Shark Tank, and they could be brutal on Shark Tank. So
Yeah.
be quick about your idea and your question, and he's going to treat you like you're on the show Shark Tank. That's up next, 888-742-3345. You want to talk to us, Sway Morning.
Ha ha, very funny, motherfucker.
On Shade 45.
All right. What the hell was that, man? All right, we're live at Caroline's. Make some noise. All right, you guys come on down and join us. Daymond John is here. You know him from Shark Tank, and when you watch Shark Tank, man, they don't spare no words. If your idea is whack, they're gonna let you know. Nah, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass. And so, with that said, we have some audience members right here, Daymond, that either have a question or an idea for you. Okay. All right, real quick, say your name and shoot.
Good morning, it's H Money from Philadelphia. I just got one quick question. What's one key factor you feel that's most important in building a brand?
Being able to put the brand, I always say in 2 to 5 words, but understanding who your, who exactly is your audience. People try to be everything to everybody, and you have to really have laser focus. So the difference between shooting a shotgun or a rifle is various, right? So you need to know who exactly is it. And everybody wants to just build these big brands, but they all start off small. Even if you're a kid in Harvard who just wants everybody on your little Facebook in Harvard, and then you spread out to Ivy League schools, and then you spread out to the world. Now you have 1.2 billion friends on your Facebook. But you have to start off really laser focused, and that's the most important thing. We became the fly guys in Queens before we became the fly guys in New York, and then on the Eastern Seaboard and everything else like that. Laser focus.
All right, thank you. What's your name? What's your question?
Jux Nation from Bronx, New York, and my question is, or actually my idea is, dayfordreamers.com. It's pretty much a day to celebrate empowerment and dreams around the world. I feel like everyone has dreams. Young, old, you hold on to these things, and if there's a day to celebrate that between all people, it'd be a great thing. So I want to know what you think about that idea.
Well, I think you should dream every single day. I'm living the American dream. I think every one of us up here, and hopefully everybody in the crowd is doing that. I believe that's a great idea, but I think it's a great idea. So is there a specific question about that? Or
you want to learn how to build the brand better, or do you got T-shirts? Or
Yeah, how to build the brand better and just see how to take it there. It's on the second, third year right now going on, so we're just trying to see how
find
to
strategic relationships. Find other brands or companies that don't compete with that theory and try to align with them, and then hopefully get your message out to their audience, as well as you end up giving your audience their message. So it's really like the way that Apple works with Nike often. So it's strategic relationships. That's the only thing that's going to build you.
All right. Okay.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Kimmy T. I make these glasses.
I could tell.
Yes. And just a question, like I've experienced the hump. I did really, really good with the glasses. I got them on a lot of people last year. But because I make it, I guess I just get so wrapped up in the personal side, like it just drains me. And I'm trying to get past that.
What's draining you? The making of it, or running the business?
No, making it is the joy, in all honesty.
Right.
It's the people. Like, I may have bad customer service skills, perhaps. And I may need a PR
The customers
person.
drain you?
I'm sorry?
You have bad customer skills.
Probably.
I mean,
that's probably it.
Is it the fact that you don't deliver on time, or you don't get back to them?
No, it's just like, I'm like, if you're going to buy the glasses, buy the glasses. I don't need to talk to you for like 3 weeks. Buy the glasses.
Okay, so then.
I know.
No. I mean, listen, you're being real with yourself. Is your name on the brand personally and your image?
They're called Touched by Kimmy.
Touched by Kimmy. You're Kimmy, right?
Yes, I'm
You got to
Kimmy.
take your name off the brand because everybody's going to want to know Kimmy. All right, so you don't know who Cohen is at Cohen's Optical, right? So people are calling asking for Kimmy. So then you probably need to take your name off the brand and let the glasses stand on themselves, and on the merit of that. Then nobody's calling for Kimmy. That's the biggest problem.
I like that.
All right,
Great
there you go.
advice.
Yeah.
And stop being rude. That's the other
Yeah,
problem.
Kim,
Okay?
That's not going to happen.
That might help out.
Tell your boo to start squeezing you tight at night or something. Oh yeah, so you boo-less. That's why she a bitch.
Okay,
Yeah,
is that what it is? Okay, all right. Real quick, go ahead.
Good morning. This Andre Central Islip. I'm more so concerned, like, as far as tutelage and mentorship, as far as building a business, because I've been going through the SBA. Sway and them had the lady on there from the SBA giving me some formulation as far as that. But I'm more so worried about somebody who's actually in the business to sort of guide.
Right, and so when you went after individuals, hopefully to mentor you, what happened, or have you gone after?
Now, I've been around. My friend, he's very hands-on with business, and I've been getting like certain things from him. But I'm just saying, like, as far as you with mentorship and tutelage, you have an outlet for that.
No, I understand what you're saying. So, first of all, mentorship is probably in the top 3 reasons why people are successful. But you should not have a mentor that has any investment in your property, whatever it is. But people often try to go after these huge mentors that you may not be able to get to. And let's say I was working with you. I haven't talked to my kids in 4 days. So, I'm not going to talk to you for a month, right? You're not going to have as much access to me just because I'm purely busy. But life is a series of mentors. You should really find a person in your local area, and he or she does not have to be somebody in your business, but it takes the same energy and focus to run. My first mentor was a guy who had a corner store in my neighborhood for 20 years. And trust me, that person who went through 20 years of a small business, ups and downs, recessions and everything else, competitors, they are just as smart as the person who's running GM. And you should value those individuals and work with them because they're going to talk to you day in, day out. But most important thing about mentors are, what do you have to offer that person as well? Don't think that person's job is to give you anything. Maybe that person loves, something to do with saving animals. You go over to that mentor and say, hey man, I'm gonna go and volunteer at the ASPCA for 2 hours a week for you, because I want to make sure I give back to your cause, and then you help me. So that's how it has to be.
All right, that's all we got time for. He has to go, but thank you, man. Give it up for Daymond John, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Daymond, thank you for stopping by and blessing us with those gems. Normally, that'll be an invoice for about $400,000. So I understand how this works.
Well, you know who sent me here in regard? It's the Gillette Shave Club. They sent me here and they said, please just go out there and just do your thing. Don't oversell it. And I'm not. I'm just saying thank them because they wanted me to come out and really share the message. And thank you always for supporting me. Yes. And you gave me my Hennessy Award at the top of the year. Yes. And it was really amazing. And thank you, everybody, for having me.
Thank you.
And hip-hop has been so good to me. Thank you.
All right, absolutely. GilletteShaveClub.com. Make sure you check that out. Right, in the next hour, man, we're about to let the Comedy Fest begin. We got 2 comedians that are going to step on this stage. My friend Butterman. Where Butterman at? Give it up for Butterman. All right, and also Jen the MC coming up in the next hour. Sway in the morning, broadcasting live for Caroline's DJ Wonder. Let's go.
F is for all the fatties wearing my shit.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.